Greetings, listeners and viewers. Your host for the night, Zach, here introducing you to The Call, our Call of Cthulhu podcast by Twisted Gears Studios. If you are a fan and wish to support, visit our merch shop and Ko-fi page where members get extra content, fireside chats, discounts on merch, and more. Otherwise, a like, comment, sub, or review on your podcast app of choice is always helpful. But for now, last left our investigators, they have discovered an impossible chasm. Agatha has communed with something, and it appears the only way forward is down.
So, like I had described before, there's the bridge going across. It doesn't seem to be held up by anything. I think I described this enough. It's been a while since we recorded, but that was probably described last time.
Yeah,
fully.
very in-depth. Yeah.
And where I'm sure you're not going to take the bridge, leaning more toward the rickety ladder.
Yeah.
Once again, if you look over the edge of this round, like, massive hole, it's you can't even really see fully all the way across, but you can see the curve from your edge, but it is massive. But right next to the ladder, a little bit off the ways there's a ladder up, similar to a scaffolding ladder for anyone who's familiar. And when you look down over the edge, you can see built along the wall, there seems to be ladder to scaffolding to wooden planks to ladder, and it just seems to go down into the darkness. And the other thing is, you also notice as you're looking, there's still pipes and stuff that are along the circumference of the hole itself.
Anyone else concerned that down is the opposite direction from where we want to be going? No?
It absolutely concerns me, but it also seems to be the only way to go.
Oh, yeah. Well, just
Yeah, because the only other option was trying to cross the bridge, but the bridge didn't. It stopped in the middle, didn't it?
I did this.
Yeah,
so
that too.
I hand I get another handkerchief.
Really glad that when I did my fingerprinting thing, I'm really glad I didn't touch anything.
Oh, great.
In your skin.
Oh, good.
Yummy.
Right, because it's just...
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine.
It's also coming out of my eye hole as well.
Yeah, and it's not before where you'd leak like a black liquid.
Yeah.
It's blood.
It is, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Well, no, keep in mind that is the color you're supposed to normally,
Oh, yeah.
right? The black
It means it's hurting your human self.
Yes.
You also feel a headache coming up.
I imagine I
that's
would.
the-
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
yeah. We're all right here.
Just from this conversation. God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Am I going down the ladder first? Is that the...
Well, I don't think Agatha should be first or last.
Yeah, that's
But I also... None of the ladders are particularly long, are they?
20 to 30 feet.
Okay.
something else.
Yeah.
No, generally not longer than 30. That you can tell looking down from your angle. Yeah.
And the scaffolding platforms that we can see have railings on the opposing edges on the whole side edge.
There's no railings to stop you from falling off.
So it's this ladder and
so
then
we get to
flat
ladder,
on.
And it'll be the top of a scaffold with like wood.
The planks.
So if I wanted to just, if I fell and kept going, you could fall off the platform and into the pit. Mm-hmm. Great. Okay, good to know. That's fantastic.
That we can't see the bottom of.
Yeah.
So we don't know if there is one.
I got that. Yeah, that's confidence. I'm imbued with it.
Now, some of the railing with the planks, it is still fairly wide. We're not talking about, like, it is still fairly wide enough to be on. But like you said, if you fall off, you fall off.
It's from the Imperial Design School of Design. Yeah, I gotcha.
Is it?
Lots of designs.
Go ahead, Liz.
Can I say that I have with me like a scarf or something that I can rig up some kind of
So
sling?
Marion 2 it is. A little bit of spacer's fun.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I will say that
So I can take Pete down. I can take Peter down with us.
Peter is the most important member of the party.
I am willing to say yes.
Okay.
I believe Marion would definitely have a scarf tucked into her satchel.
Okay, good.
I'm 100%.
Yay. Because I'm not going without him.
No.
Peter comes with us.
He's not leaving here.
Yeah.
No. Would be metagaming to ask if climb checks will be involved.
Is there climb in this?
Yes.
There
is.
There is.
Oh no.
There is.
We're buggered, man.
Now, I look at climb as more free climbing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're using ladders and such, I wouldn't really. Now this is going to make other people be like, "Ooh," it'd be more like a dex check or a strength check if you're hanging off something. It would be more that. If you were going to climb up the side of the scaffolding itself, that would be a climb check.
Okay.
Because you
Makes
can
sense.
still climb down.
Yeah.
What I'm referring to is scaffolding.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we get going, as we're kind of like helping Agatha clean up and kind of getting ourselves prepped to go down the ladder, I'm going to look at Regal and kind of like with the little silent little communication style that we've got there, I'm going to kind of look at the bridge and look at him and see his its reaction to the bridge. Like, how is Regal feeling about the bridge?
How is Regal feeling about the bridge? You get the feeling he doesn't want you to, or it doesn't want you to go on it.
Great.
You're getting a sense of protection from Regal. He would try to stop you. It's an it. It would try to stop you.
Great.
From it wouldn't want to lose you.
Oh, I guess I'm a good pet.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It likes the fact that you're still somewhat alive.
Yeah. You do get where you've always had a connection to Regal, but in this moment, you get the feeling that Regal does care about him
Oh.
more than the others.
Of course.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's not bad about that.
Yeah. You are its person. You are its person.
What a happy day. Okay.
Everything.
The buy a key really likes you.
That's everything you've ever wanted.
It's all I've ever wanted. I'm okay with it. I like buy keys more than people. Don't sing
fair.
me House of Mouse.
That's fair.
Shall we ladder?
We shall.
Yeah. I can take up the rear in this case if you want.
Okay.
Second last.
Last.
No, I'll be second last.
You'll be, sure.
I'll
Yeah.
be second last.
All right.
Okay.
First, second, third,
Yeah.
fourth.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. I will get started down the ladder.
So you're going to use the scarf, and probably Peter will be on your back with his legs over?
That's a good way to do it. Yeah.
Specificities concerning me.
No. What are you going to do? There's also no guards on the back of the ladders. You know, you see those in some plant sites, so if you do, you can lean
Theaters.
back
Yeah.
against
Yeah. Theaters. Yes.
Both.
All my ladders. Anyway.
Yeah, so there's none of that. There's none of these. There's
not.
no shit down here.
It's almost like people who built all this were, half out of their
This
minds or
hole
something.
wants to eat. That's not a bit of a hand. All right.
Is that name of your sex tape?
This is
Going down.
This is definitely a cult scaffolding.
Take.
Oh,
Sorry.
What?
I not.
Did you just get it?
No, I know I got it, and then he said the third part, and I.
Yeah, it's
Got it
Well
again.
said, sir. Well said.
This is a family show.
No, it
No,
isn't.
it's not.
Oh, it fucking isn't.
What a crock of shit.
Enjoy editing this for whoever.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
All right.
Okay, so you start heading down the rickety structure.
Creak.
Being careful,
Yes.
of course.
What was our light like here again? The light that we had.
Not great.
Yeah,
It was. I know it was dim. I just can't remember what the source of it was.
It didn't have a source, did it?
We
It just
had
kind of
our own
was ambient.
flashlights.
There was just like lights from the pipes and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
just an ambient. Okay.
There's an ambient dimness. I'm not going to say like a D&D thing. This is glowing moss.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
that. It's dim.
It's dim.
I-
There's no
if I were-
clear
As if
source.
there's a light behind the pipes, but we can't see the.
If I
yeah,
recall, you described it like the Freddy Krueger's like room where the boiler room where there was just a heated.
We just
smoke
can't
with
tell
the-
where it's coming from.
Yeah.
And even when you're going down the scaffolding, but you can only see so far, and it seems to be dark. Seems like if you're looking across, but if you got closer, you
But the
could
light doesn't shift or change. Or,
see. Not yet.
okay.
As we're going down, and it's okay if we haven't gone very far yet, but as we go, are the pipes and things still along the sides of this hole?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And at first, when you were looking down, you didn't really see very many. But as you start going down the first couple of levels, suddenly you're seeing more. And then you look up and there seems to be more where there wasn't more before.
Yes, I too have seen Full Metal Alchemist.
I haven't.
Oh, it's good.
You should fix that.
Yeah, because now I feel like I'm ripping something off of something I haven't seen.
No,
You're not.
you're not. It's just you would like it.
Oh, okay. I'll add it to the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going down the first few levels. And it's a bit rickety, but careful footing. You're not in a rush yet. So
Thanks.
I'm just screwing around now. I'm just having fun in this comfy chair.
Thanks, Kofi. It's true.
So as you're going down, Agatha,
Oh no.
you go down a few levels, which is like ladder down to platform to another ladder, and then it might go down and cross back underneath.
Yeah.
Just, built out of the wall. The pipes and stuff. Well, I mean, I think I've described it one of the previous last game. It's like an Escher painting, right?
Yes.
Doesn't
Like,
make sense.
It doesn't make sense whatsoever. And I believe you with a mechanical check, like the way it looks isn't how it's supposed to, things
No,
would work,
it's
right?
Things are places and they don't fit together.
It's
And
all over the place.
how do you know where anything's supposed to go?
But Agatha,
Oh no.
as you're like going down one of the ladders, and Althea is on the level above,
Yes.
just waiting for you to get down, so she can come down. You're looking up, and you can see the curve, right? The
Okay.
curve up, and it looks like near the lip with your eye
Yeah.
hole.
Okay.
You can see almost what appears to be runes.
Oh.
Slightly glowing a bluish color. Definitely a bluish color.
It's along the rip.
Around the lip, and it reminds you of something.
Okay.
It reminds you of the runes and the markings you've seen on the wells in the Silver Twilight Lodge. For example, as if the ritual used back then that they were trying to trying to work on, and when you went to, I'm not going to say where it was, but when you met the Shoggoth and there was a large well there, which seemed to be the alpha well,
Right.
if you will, like the thing that they were trying to copy. No.
This is the actual
This
one.
is the Nexus.
This is a well.
I know this question is this is not directed towards myself or Amos. I'm just curious with the question. Did we ever find out or infer that the runes in the well were meant to awaken what was in the well or contain what was in the well? Did we ever know that?
Contain.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
At the very least, because when it came to the Shoggoth,
We're on the other side of them.
because when it came to the Shoggoth, that with the big well, that was definitely meant to at the point to try. It wasn't effectual to a point, but to try to contain.
So what Barnabas had been trying to do was to break the containment.
He was trying, to back then I believe it was, but back then Barnabas was trying to make himself more powerful in order to stop something horrific from happening in around a decade or so.
Yeah.
Really large world scale size. I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, but basically you would go ahead and roll me a Cthulhu Mythos.
Oh no.
Do we have a 40% now?
Whoa.
It doubled.
Yes, it did.
Wow.
Yeah.
71.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You start feeling that headache come on a little bit stronger
Okay.
as you try to
Piece it together. Or...
piece it together.
Okay.
But it seems like that this.
Okay. When I get
You're
on
not in Kansas anymore.
No. When I get to the landing, I'm going to reach across Mary and tap you on the shoulder.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
I see.
Dead people? Yeah, they're
No,
all
I don't
over the
see
place.
dead people.
Okay.
You know how at Silver Twilight Lodge was the well, and when we encountered Big Bad underground. I'm seeing the same runes along the edges of those wells on the top of there.
Now, you look up, Amos, and you can't see anything there. But of course, you've all learned to trust each other's
Supernatural abilities.
Yeah.
We just don't call it that out loud.
Yeah,
There's the scientific explanation.
Yes.
Sure.
God love you.
It's called magic.
Science natural. That's not good. I look at Regal flipping the fuck out.
Weevil. The lesser of two weevils. Regal is just on one of the pipes of the scaffolding. And he's just perched. Doesn't seem to really be paying attention. Sort of looks like it doesn't concern it.
I'm concerned.
If those runes are meant to contain, and we're on the other side,
It could be coded to a specific creature.
it could be. But whatever
Corbett's basement.
whatever that creature is hasn't noticed us yet.
But you also have to take into question how large this mouth of this containment is compared to the other ones. How big is this thing going to be?
We need to be aware of where we're going and how we're getting there. I believe we should stay beneath this thing's notice.
Agreed, but also
There's
there
not
was
really
no
good-
other path that didn't take us here, right? There was no other path.
This was our only way out. We couldn't cross the bridge because it didn't cross anything. And we couldn't go back the way we came.
That's concerning, because that would imply that there is a backdoor way for this creature to get out of here, too. Wouldn't that mean that?
Depending on the size. And we were able to pass those runes simply and easily without even being aware they were there. It could be, as Agatha alluded, the runes are coded to the specific creature.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Question. Because we did determine that someone had been here, right?
Yeah, it seems like there's been a number of people here.
Did we determine whether or not the footsteps went in both directions, or did they only go down?
I'm trying to... You would have seen... No. Hopefully I'm not changing something, but I'm pretty sure that the bridge itself, it didn't seem to be any traffic.
Yes.
Yeah, and the fingerprints, there were no fingerprints, like they disappeared or whatever.
Exactly.
But on the
So I'm
ladders,
going to hold that because that's what...
there were fingerprints.
Yes, there has been...
But we just didn't know if they were coming up and down or only going in one direction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The scaffolding is all made of wood, yeah?
It seems to be made of wood.
No.
Could I have somebody roll me... Well, I don't think anyone has carpentry. But I'm natural world, I think might suit. Let me... Or anything else.
I have
Would mechanics not work? Because
I have a little bit natural world.
I'll roll it, but my natural world is not good.
I was going to make
Mine's
an offer.
not great.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Could I make an investigation check specifically to see if usually scaffolding has some form of branding or some kind of marking on it that denotes who is building it or etc. So Amos doesn't understand the difference between different types of wood. Fuck it, it's all tree. But it was something about how it was built and if there's a style to it.
You sold me as soon as you said investigation. You had me at hello.
Oh,
Yeah, you can roll an investigation. You can roll a forensics. Anyone else? I think it would be natural world because flora and fauna. I think.
I want to roll that just for fun, and if I get it, then I get a ticket in it, and that would be awesome.
You know.
can I try not just,
Yeah,
go over
no.
that now?
Well, everybody should have at
It'd be
least
sort of different
a base
information
10. isn't it?
regardless.
No.
Okay, Agatha.
Yes.
As you fail this check,
Yes.
and you're trying to think about, or trying to focus on, or the wood, or what kind of wood, or
Yeah.
whatever, you get distracted. And the rest of you here, now, and you can talk to her about it after I tell everyone what happens, you start sort of whistling like a lullaby. You start whispering like this tune. It's a bit eerie. And to the rest of you, it's exceptionally well done.
Okay.
Yeah, and it says it's a bit low, and you're controlling the volume very easily.
It would echo through the space.
But it's not.
Oh.
I didn't mean to make it sound like it's not. It's only like it's low enough for you all to hear, and it's hard to tell whether with the tone whether it's a lullaby or a dirge.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't realize you're doing it,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And until somebody brings it up to you, you're just going to continue doing it.
And I'm just like looking around and just whistling
You just seem,
along.
you just seem to be. You're not like confused.
Whistle while we
No, just almost like, it's a natural thing that I'm doing.
Yes. Yes.
Great. We've got one of the 7 dwarves.
How was the investigation check?
88 out of 77, but I'm willing to burn 11 luck to figure it out.
To be clear, I did say earlier on until this part is done, there is no...
I've not burned any luck yet. So I'm totally cool with burning 11 on this particular check.
So you're going to burn 11 luck, and then just give me 1 second as we go to forensics.
I got 67 out of 75.
Okay, and natural world for
I failed it 67 out of 15.
Okay.
So I'm also distracted by Agatha's whistling. And when we come back to things, I will ask you about it.
Sweet.
There we go. Okay, so you were both looking about different things to do with the scaffolding. I feel that Amos's investigation is more of who built this.
Yes.
Is there any markings? There would normally be a tag,
Yeah.
right? Or it's stamped into it or something like that. You find it's almost like etched in, like marked into pieces of the scaffolding. And what languages do you speak? Is it just...
Pretty sure it's just English, yeah.
Does anyone speak Latin?
Me.
Okay, so...
You're
For
working
the
together.
audio people, Althea does have
Yeah.
a score of 30 in Latin.
I won't even need a roll for it. Okay, so, and as you pointed out to Althea looks at it, and it just seems weird. The basic translation is the old firm. That's the basic translation.
What's the direct Latin?
That's the translation, the old firm.
FIRM.
FIRM. Yeah, so the old firm, and it seems to be stamped on all of it. The other thing with I'm just not gonna put all the information together because you both succeeded, and it wasn't hard or an extreme success. You just both succeeded. The wood, even though forensics mightn't really cover this, I'm gonna say it will in this regard. Is you can't really. It's wood, but you can't place what type of wood it is. You know it's wood, but it is... It's wood, but it doesn't have rings. You know when you got the imperfections
Yeah.
in wood? You can see the spirals. Even go look
like
at your
it's
deck. You'll
petrified?
see... No.
No.
You have a feeling that it might be...
Bone.
Not wood from a forest that we would be
Aware
familiar
of.
with. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So, the fuck does that mean?
I think this scaffolding's been here a very long time.
And you also notice that it clearly has been. You don't see any rust or anything, and it's a bit rickety, but it's more rickety from where it's attached to the side of the face, where some things are a little bit loose,
Right.
just to add tension. Not tension.
Lack
yes.
thereof, yeah.
But yeah, I was wondering if it was ever going to come up because the inspection of the scaffolding.
Well done.
Yeah.
The old firm.
The old firm.
Does that ring any bells to you?
No. I mean,
You don't hire your own contractors.
to be fair, I don't.
Oh, Mary.
And to be fair, I only really know the difference between Italian wood and non-Italian wood.
That's fair. Does this mean anything to the New England Center of Antiquities?
Does it?
Hmm?
Does this mean anything to the New England Center of Antiquities?
I'm assuming no.
Or even the name, actually.
Could you roll me a history check?
Yes.
Actually, I'll let you decide.
Oh.
It'll be library use for recalling a piece of information, or history. I'll let you choose which one, but both have different information.
Do I have to say it before I roll? Because my
I
library
will
use
allow
is
you to roll
best.
first. And
But if
then
I roll
because
under, but I'd like to bump up my history. That would be cool.
I will allow you to do it simply because you still have to make the choice. Like, you'll know it'll be successful. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with library use. Because it's a 61 out of 80.
6, yes, because you recall as you were documenting and researching certain older books, and you recall Simon actually mentioning it when it came to De Vermis Mysteris, the tome you had, amongst other things. Every now and then in the ancient texts, there would be like a small passage, like that copper, that old tablet, one of the most ancient known human writing, which was the selling of ore or something.
Yeah.
Or like
Like cuneiform
or
and
whatever his
stuff.
name is, where it's just, they found this clay tablet that's a complaint that he sold bad copper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. But in these things, it's always almost like a little side note or something, that whenever something was being constructed, for example, Hanging Gardens of Babylon, Library of Alexandria, stuff like that, there was always a denote when it came to the builder of a marking of some group known as the Old Firm.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
The 7 wonders of the ancient world, 2 of them are off of that list.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah. So that's another.
Huh.
Because you already have an 80 in library use, I'll allow you to put that tick in history.
Yay. That's cool.
That's really generous.
We're at it's been 7 years. It's just because 80 is 80. Let's
Libraries are important.
We're talking about that. That's just as whistling in the background.
And it does look like the wood isn't worn down either. And people have been up and down. Like, it's a bit wobbly, but that's from where it connected. Like, everything else as you're on it is fairly solid. But like the wood isn't, where it would get bowed.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh, I'd love to take my forensics bag out on this.
Good.
Well, you have your forensics bag.
I know, but I'm also on the ladder, so.
Well, you could be on the platform. There's like platforms.
Platform without rails.
I will allow you to take a sample of it if you will, knowing full well that, if Skeet finds out, he's probably going to try to build a treehouse out of it.
If he can expand the shaving of this wood into a treehouse, he can keep it.
I would not bet against Skeet.
I would not either.
Can you mark down shavings in your friend's bag? There's files. Put down because this. Make a note now.
I'll put it on my gears and possessions next to my pocket flashlight and wrench.
Yep.
Rich?
Because we all have those now.
I have.
Back flashlights, yes.
I should never have allowed that to happen.
Yeah, right. Fuck you, DM.
Shaving of weird wood.
Where the hell about the potion piss them off?
Weird wood.
Weird wood. WYRD. Weird wood.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
that was quick.
That's actually really cool.
Yes, weird wood.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really close to wormwood.
It is.
I have too much wormwood shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you have shavings of the weirdwood. It seems like this is, trees. I'm only going to reiterate what we've already said, so is everyone clear on the information from the scaffold?
Yes.
Okay, but there is a connection to the past.
Be interesting.
Very probably sparks Marion's. Oh, wait.
That's
And now-
odd
Well, you
connection.
always because you always thought, Marion, and Simon thought the same thing, and anyone else researching it, that it was probably just a name given when they didn't know certain builders. Just maybe a catch-all. But this is telling you it's a specific.
Yeah.
That it might very well be the name of a group.
Yes. Okay. So,
So back to a problem we have in the present right now. Agatha?
Good, April?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Song is lovely. Where did you hear it?
well, you immediately stopped whistling. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah. Do I recall I was whistling?
Yes, as it's brought up to you,
Yeah.
you stop whistling and you realize the absence of music you were making.
Right. Oh. Sorry. It just must have been a reaction. My apologies.
A reaction?
I don't know, nervous impulse. Sometimes people whistle, sometimes people hum, I guess.
Do you believe that?
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that it would be. Was it the lullaby that I heard in my vision?
Yes.
Okay, that's exactly what it is.
It was the lullaby you heard, which is a fairly dark quality to it. Well, all good lullabies from years past had a dark quality to them, right? The stories are different.
Yes.
Does Regal react to the song?
No.
Okay.
Regal doesn't. Regal seems more protective and focused on you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Doesn't give a shit about me.
Fair.
Evidently.
But, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I realize that this is probably very stressful for you. Are you okay to keep going?
I mean, considering everything I've gone through at this point, I don't think my options is going up.
It's not.
So, for the time being, I'm fine. I will let you know when that changes.
Okay, please do.
Yep.
But
You okay if we let you know if that changes?
I would hope that you would let me know.
Right.
If that
Oh, we would.
changes.
Great. Oh, don't you worry.
Okay. I'll try not to whistle or hum or anything.
No. You can.
it was quiet enough. I don't think anyone else could hear it.
Did anybody recognize what it was that I was whistling?
No.
No.
Not at all?
None of us have heard it before.
Huh.
Only that we both know that you're not, like, and I mean this with the utmost respect, but you're not that musically inclined.
Also, you did just have a very significant shock.
Not saying that you can't sing, I'm just saying that there's being able to sing and then there's being Beethoven.
Right. I would have a recollection that is the music from where my vision was. And okay. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that shock. That music kind of came to me when I was in shock.
Who did it come from?
There's a
I don't
question.
know. I mean, when you're in shock, you don't know what your brain does.
Okay.
Did it feel like a Glacky situation?
No, something very
That might
different.
not
Like this
be,
one
but-
was. It wasn't as panicking as the Glacky situation. Well, Glacky's situation was kind of weird.
True.
A bit more than weird. If you do... as lovely as this music was, considering you've heard it from what I can only assume is a vision that you received from the bridge that we've all agreed is extremely bad news. If you do happen to hear it again, let us know, because it might not be a good thing. It might be a harbinger or a call.
I didn't feel.
Credits.
I didn't feel like it was calling something. I just think it was putting something to sleep, calming. It was calming.
Calming
But a
you
little
or
eerie.
calming someone else?
Both.
We're in a giant jail cell that nothing is moving in.
It could be that we haven't been noticed because whatever else is in here is asleep. Is that what you...
Yeah. You're sensing that it's a thing that was putting something to sleep.
Or putting it down, just or keeping it still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then... In which case, let's then...
All the more reason to be quiet?
all more reason to be quiet, but maybe it is a benefit to know the song and to keep it in mind. But the only way we'll know more is if we continue on.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Agatha is a strong person, and I'm sure she has the strength to handle it. Isn't that right?
You're funny. You know that? You're very funny, lady. I don't say that as character. I'm saying that as me to her because I know what she's doing. She's trying to justify what's happening to her through me. That's exactly what that is.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Well, I'll be fine.
All right.
Anyway,
I mean, how worse can it get than that?
Why would you say it?
Please.
And then
Why would you say it?
all of
It's
a
your
sudden,
fault.
Perfect timing. All of a sudden, as you're standing on this platform, you've been here for a couple of minutes now, checking out the wood, checking out scaffolding, talking about the music. Oh, also to reiterate, I love how Amos is like Agatha's best friend, and like her whistling was fantastic. It was right, and his thing is, "You're not that good." No, I'm giving you kudos. That's what a good friend will do. Just take the piss right out of you.
Just say Beethoven.
yeah.
It's not happening. Couldn't say not Frank Sinatra. He's not around yet.
So there is almost like this red glare, like this red light. But all of a sudden, there's just it's orange. There's just this orange sort of flash of light. So like almost like shining against you. So as you all instinctually
On me specifically?
all of you.
Oh, okay.
Like
Like a
along this whole,
spotlight sort of thing?
along this side of right at the scaffolding that you're on. Almost like this orange light, and above and below, but like at this area.
Sourced here.
But coming from what appears to be, there's a pipe. The pipes are moving along, and there's this glow coming from them, which has been lighting up. Except the color has changed to this orange. Almost like an orange writhing lights flowing through the pipes. Like it's almost like this almost like this undulating orange light.
Pulsating.
It's like a
There are three of them.
Don't look at the dead lights.
I was just on the side.
And they seem to be moving through the pipes.
Oh, great.
There seems to be a couple in different areas.
Way to
And
go,
almost
Paul.
as quick as it starts, it goes back to normal.
Almost like something was moving,
Almost as if something was moving through the pipes.
like a big orange glowing eel or something, or snakes.
How big
or
a pipe? How big? What's the?
Some pipes are ginormous. Some
Okay.
pipes are really big, especially along the inside. But when you were up top, it was mostly regular plant-sized pipes. You can still get some pretty big ones, but mostly interlaced. But some of the ones around the edge are fairly large. But the orange light, there was multiple, and they moved through different pipes. And they just go around until it just goes out.
Did it ever split into?
No.
Oh, interesting.
No. As they moved across, whatever they were, they didn't split. They stayed.
Okay, so making our way down
Yeah.
Yeah.
until the end. We don't want them circling back on this side.
Oh, God. Yeah, we're going to keep going.
As you continue on down, from platform to ladder, and it's maybe another 10 minutes, and you're taking your time and you're making sure, but you go down another number of levels. As you get down to maybe around the 4th or 5th, maybe 6th level, you start noticing against the cliff face itself, people or things have carved markings into the wall. The first thing you notice is a crude carving of "The Center Does Not Hold." There seems to be different renditions of the Second Coming. The poem carved in to the wall.
The wall with the pipes?
No, like where you're on scaffolding attached to the stone,
Right.
on the stone. So like you're
Right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right, yes.
Like people, and if you've ever worked in an industrial area, like you go anywhere, and people
Graffiti.
have, yeah, there's graffiti marked on all over the place, and that is there as well. The thing is, though, could I have Amos make me an investigation check? And Althea, I believe you have archaeology. Could I have you make an archaeology check?
71 and 77.
Yeah. Just want to see what the archaeology is.
12 out of 50.
Oh. Okay, so we have a hard success and a
Standard, yeah.
Yeah, standard success. Amos, when you're looking at it, it seems to be carved from something sharp. Or, you know what I mean? Like, you can see grooves of, like, a sharp blade or something like that. It seems to be carved, but there's a couple of areas that seems to be almost clawed out. Because you can see just the way it's different, almost like an animal. Like, it had carved through it. But the archaeology check was for, I mean, let's be honest, Yeats only put out this poem a few years ago. This has been carved in here for significantly longer than that.
So
Might be a question if you get a
Yeats.
chance, you could ask Yeats.
Yeats could be inspired by something specific.
Or other more strange happenings, like a candle being thrown 3 weeks after it hit a target.
So you're saying there's some sort of passageway or loop through time that ends?
I don't know. The only tangible example I can give you is the candle, but I mean, like, that typewriter upstairs. Anybody ever seen a typewriter like that before? That's some weird shit.
That is very strange. My concern is not with the existence of this portal, but the fact that every similar manifestation we've seen has been attached to a doorway.
We haven't gotten. We're looking for a doorway out.
So if we find, either, will it lead to where we want to go, or take us
Fair. If there was a different way that couldn't go down into a fucking planet-sized well, I'd have done it.
Very well. Yeah. Let's continue on.
I have a question. Can I look? I don't know if this would be a psychology roll or not, but could I see if the writing was done hurriedly with purpose? Right? Was it deliberate?
Psychology, yeah. I'll
Yeah.
allow that.
That's pretty good.
Psychology.
I also have a question.
Is it similar to this one?
It's related to the carvings, but it's not the same question.
I'll take care of this, then we'll move on to you. Don't forget the question.
Oh, I won't.
Because I will. If you tell me, I'll be like, what was that again?
Yeah.
4% out of 65.
Whoa!
Well,
4% out of 65. It seems that the markings of the renditions, I shouldn't say renditions, of lines of the Second Coming seems to be deliberate, and time was taken to put it in correctly.
Okay.
The other graffiti, which is just, some of it you can't pick out, some of it is just initials, seems to be more hurried.
Okay.
So it seems anything to do with Second Coming was deliberately marked and put in, and anything other than that was hurried. But this extreme success does point out, which you're all going to laugh, and viewers who know what I'm getting at are going to laugh as well. You do see that somebody has carved their name in. That is extremely deliberate. Through the investigation, it looks no tool you can think of had made it. So it either would be physical, like, or something else. Is Bob Gray was here 1904 to 1906. You know where people put dates?
Yeah.
But it's not. But it's instead it's years. It's 1904 to 1906, and then next to it, colorful, almost like with chalk, is drawings of Easter eggs, like oval shapes designed like you would paint an Easter egg. Yeah, I know some viewers are like gonna be like,
The fuck is that?
My Christ. Yeah, but it's just this. That seems to be carved deliberately.
My next question, with that psychology roll, were there any specific letters within that poem that might have been taken more care into it, like a hidden message?
Okay.
Or no?
We'll come back
Okay.
to that for a second as we go to Althea, who had a question.
No.
right? Because I just want to...
yeah. Yeah, that makes
I was going to ask, between us together and Agatha before we were together, does any of these etchings look similar to stuff we've seen Gull scratching around in different places?
Ooh.
Yes.
Well,
Not the Bob Gray.
How much of it seems very Gallish?
As you're looking around at the different graffiti, you notice the chicken scratches and stuff before? You didn't really notice it in the stone. As Agatha starts musing about whether there's a code in it, because Marion is a code breaker, she has the skill of breaking ciphers, you casually look, and without even a die roll, I'll allow you to make a die roll anyway, just so you can put a tick into it if you're successful, but you're going to get information regardless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, 83.
Yeah.
you and Dice.
I know, right?
So what you can tell from looking at it when the idea of a code comes up, you don't see it.
Oh.
And I mean, you just don't. It just seems to be the lines. There's no real inflection
Shit ain't there.
on specific. The spacing is appropriate.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
It just looks like writing.
And I'm quickly going to say that this amount of graffiti you're looking at, it's as you're going down a couple of levels. It's not all on the same platform, like it is as you're moving down a couple of levels.
Does it seem like we're moving forward in time as we go down? Like you said, we started looking at stuff and it was like, this was carved here a very long time ago. And now we've got Bob Gray, 1904 to 1906.
Oh, shit.
Does it seem like it's, well, to us it'd be getting newer graffiti in terms of time? But
I think if you're looking at it, it'd be the same as if you were looking at graffiti anywhere. Some of it was carved in a long time ago. Some of it was carved in recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's all a mishmash.
yes.
You know what I mean?
But I'm not going to look at 1904 to 1906 and get the same feeling as I did the other stuff and be like, oh, this was scratched in here. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
sorry, I couldn't help myself. I know there's people who, I know, but I
That's cool.
No, I want to Google Bob Gray, but
I feel like
don't.
there's probably a lot of Bob Grays, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay. Down
keep
the ladder we
proceeding.
go.
Yeah.
and as you're going down even further, you see more. Nothing that stands out like what you've seen, but still lines.
yeah, it doesn't stop.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't stop. And it's not, and it's out of order. It's not like as you're higher, it starts at the first line and moves down. It's out of order.
Oh, interesting.
Inside joke from the Discord, we don't see Three Thumbs was here anywhere, do we?
Do we?
Are you thinking in your mind about Jimmy Three Thumbs? Is your character sitting there going, oh,
Well, it's taken a while to go down. Maybe he would just be like, you know what? God, we still don't know. I feel like Amos would be thinking about
Yes!
Three Thumbs.
Why is it called fucking Three Thumbs?
So if nothing else, Amos is thinking about it.
I accept.
But I mean, it depends. If we're going down a long time, I stop analyzing things.
Your
maybe.
mind kind of wanders.
Yeah,
But
we can say she.
you muse out loud and Amos starts talking about Jimmy Three Thumbs.
Maybe I'll make the joke. I half expect to see Jimmy Three Thumbs have graffiti here somewhere.
Motherfucker, if any of y'all found any reason as to why that son of a bitch is called Three Thumbs,
I wonder if it's the type of nickname that doesn't have a purpose.
that's ridiculous. I mean, you're probably right, and I would be so disappointed. It needs to be ridiculous.
It would be disappointing.
Probably something like he has an extra toe that really does look like a thumb.
Great.
I'm glad you went with toe.
Why isn't he called Jimmy Three Toes then?
If his third toe looks like a thumb.
Instead of his two thumbs looking like toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he fumbled his first gunshot and he's all thumbs. I don't know.
Maybe.
That would make sense.
Maybe.
But that seems very specific.
The simplest explanation, really. It's so boring.
Does he collect thumbs?
Maybe he started collecting thumbs and then every
Game
other
people realized it
heist
was-
after was just a total failure and people started making fun of him and said, oh well, at least you got three thumbs.
He's not a very good gangster if he's only collected 3.
Exactly.
Including his two of his own. So really he's only got the one.
He got that red tutor.
It's true.
That shiny red tutor, which is mine now. Fuck that
He
guy.
did. Maybe the extra thumb belonged to that guy.
My character's borderline gonna go start whistling again.
Just to get out of
You're
this
all talking about Jimmy
conversation.
Three Thumbs, Agatha starts whistling, and it's beautiful. It's even better than the first time.
Oh.
It's got this. It's
Is it
the
calming?
lilt of the music, the combination of the dirge and the.
Does it make us feel better?
It does feel a little soothing. It doesn't put you to sleep or nothing.
It's just nice to listen to.
Yeah, it is soothing, just like Agatha told you it was.
Soothing enough for us
It
to
is soothing.
feel like it's okay.
Hey, Paul.
No.
Yes?
Picked up a new skill. Sounds great.
Oh, thank you.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, the situation calls for it, maybe.
Should it?
Sure.
Okay.
Anyway, down the ladders we go.
As you start going down the next ladder, and I'm assuming you're going one at a time to each level.
Same order.
Cool.
Might as well.
Cool. Can I have each of you roll me a percentage and tell me who gets the highest? I want to see when something happens who's on the ladder.
Okay, I have a 6%.
Oh,
So it's not the first person.
Not me.
It's 1%, 2%.
I got a 36%.
Okay, Marion is 36.
46% for Althea.
Yes.
How many yours ends in 6?
Oh, right
So close!
Almost a bunch
So
of... Hey, that leaves us
close.
to 3 6s.
To a good, so close to a good omen.
Yeah.
He.
Okay, so
68
Agatha was second
one.
last, so Althea's on top.
Yes.
Okay, let's not forget Peter's there.
Yes.
Let's not forget that Peter, and he's sort of scarfed onto you. And he's got his head over your shoulder.
Yeah.
So even when all this stuff is happening,
Yeah. Peter is in position 2.5 right now.
I occasionally put him down, like when we're
Yeah,
when
and
we're
he-
on a platform, so we can stretch a bit, and then
yeah, and he stretches out and stuff. But Amos and Marion, as you're in the thing, and I'm going to say Marion's to the side, letting Peter down, just to let him stretch out a little bit. And Amos, you're just looking down and then looking up, and you see Agatha coming down. So remember I said it was rickety?
Oh my god. Yeah.
I sort of need you to make me a dexterity check, and then I'll describe what happens.
God.
Brother.
69 out of 50.
You got your 69!
oh no,
Good omen. That's probably not, though.
9.
As you're going down, and you seem to be a little bit distracted.
Of course I am.
That's,
I love that I'm not forcing it on you. I just wait till you fail a roll, and then I bring it in. You just seem a little bit distracted as you're going down. And I don't know anyone who's, if anyone out there is familiar with climbing up and down ladders a lot.
Yes.
You sort of just lose your cadence,
Yep.
and your hands slip, and you fall backward.
Of course I do.
Agatha!
Right? And you're going to fall down toward the platform.
I'm falling towards the platform.
Yeah. You're not pushing yourself out. You're not like...
it's not a free fall in the open space.
Okay,
And
yeah.
you just,
Yeah.
and you start falling backward out. Amos is down there.
Yeah, I'll try and catch her.
You will try to catch her.
Bad.
I would assume this would probably be under strength.
Yeah, that tracks for me.
Unless there's something else you would think it would be under. I wouldn't say it's going to be dex, because you can't miss.
No, definitely. Hey, I wouldn't want it to be Dex.
No.
No.
And, there may be a luck roll inherent if... I'm not just going to have you completely fall off. But
I mean,
it will
at
be a luck
most I
roll.
could suggest fighting Brawl, but that doesn't make any sense. So strength makes most sense to me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. 58 out of 65.
58 out of 65. So what happened, now that it's a success, I am still going to call for Agatha to roll me a luck roll.
Don't fuck up.
So you don't kick him in the head on your way down.
39 out of 75.
Okay,
That'd be bad.
39 out of 75. Okay, so I'm not going to have you fall off the edge and he catches you.
Okay.
Okay? Because then, I'm not going to have
rough.
that, because I wanted to throw it together.
Yeah.
But what happens is, as you feel that you get that, it's almost like your stomach goes up to your brain. It's, and you start falling quite quickly. You just feel Amos catch you adeptly. Just as you're falling, he just catches you, literally in his arms.
Yeah.
Bridal style.
And then sort of goes down with you, because that's how it would happen. Goes down with you, and you both sort of tumble a little bit onto the platform, but you're completely fine.
You have to absorb the
all right.
force.
I'm gonna give you a hug.
I got another knee. Oh, yeah, all right. That's fine.
Are you two all right?
Yes.
I got another knee. It's fine.
You do need both for climbing ladders.
It's okay, I'll come down. Will can pop it back into place.
Great. So, Althea, you had just watched Agatha potentially could have fell all the way down to the pit.
Okay. Good, right?
So you, I would assume, are a little bit more focused on the ladder as you're going down.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very, very, very glad that wasn't a situation where I reflexively may have tried to save her life in some capacity.
You or the other guy?
See, that was
Me.
that is
It's
a
all
potential
me.
outcome. That is one of my potential outcomes when everything went
And it
wrong.
would have been a reflex. It wasn't
Yeah.
her fault.
I'm aware.
That's okay. She's strong. She can handle it.
Yes, I am more focused on the ladder to make sure I do not tumble and fall bridal style on top of these two.
Okay. As you all get down to that main platform,
Okay.
right? That main platform. And as you're just taking a breather for a second, you know, and Peter's there, and
Popping his knee back in place.
Popping knees.
wow, there's a couple of scratches and stuff. Oh yeah, sure. Your knee went out of place. She cracks it back in.
Ah, fuck.
Right.
I'll just take my
It's not
elbow.
going to affect you really.
No.
Right? But yeah, it's weird. Your knee is off at a weird
Yeah.
little angle.
But you're still standing on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
just-
God.
Where's my wing?
I'm sorry.
Let's just pop those wings back into place.
Take a hammer.
Oh, I don't even need a hammer. I've done this enough down my elbow. I just put it in the right place and just.
Yeah, Oh, good lord.
So Marion, as you know that's happening, you feel almost like a pressure change.
Oh.
You know, in your sinuses, you feel. I don't know how to describe this for
Yeah.
people who don't get that feeling in their sinuses. You know, usually in the change of seasons.
Or if you go down a big hill.
Yeah.
Landing in a plane, or taking off in a plane.
Yeah, you get that shift
Yeah.
as if something's about to happen.
I nudge Agatha. She goes,
No, fair enough, you know that.
Okay.
and just say, do you feel that?
Do I feel that?
And I'm staring out into the void.
So you feel it 1st, okay? Then you, and it feels familiar, this pressure shift.
Interesting.
It does feel familiar.
Uh-oh.
And as you mention it out loud to Agatha, and of course Amos and Althea are there, and they, you know, you all hear it, and Peter hears it, and Regal hears it. After you catch Agatha, Regal gives you like,
A little
you the man.
for the audio people.
Impressed noises.
Yes. For the audio people, was impressed, nodding, raven things.
You all start feeling like this, almost like a pressure change. And it does feel, you've all felt something like it before. Like, once again, one of the places you felt it is in the Silver Twilight Lodge. When you went through the doors.
Yeah, and then
When you felt like something
teleported.
was clicking into place, or something was, you know, that feeling that it's like,
Except now we don't hear that mechanical.
you don't hear a mechanical. You don't.
We just feel the sensation.
Yeah.
You feel the sensation. It doesn't. Whereas when you think about it, the mechanical aspect of what was going on with the Silver Twilight Lodge and the city and the country and the way the doors and everything worked was you had that mechanical sound because it was engineered.
Yeah, synthetic. This is natural.
This is natural.
Okay.
And you just, it's almost like a little bit euphoric the longer it goes on.
Oh,
Not enough to throw you out of your mind.
No.
But there's
What?
something.
What are you thinking?
I mean, okay, here's the part of the plan. Here's the part of what I'm thinking is based off of past experience. If that sensation is what I think it is, we're not in the same place anymore.
Or time.
And if it's based off of what we've been seeing in this place, it's possible we are not in the same time anymore.
But that didn't happen when we were moving anywhere in particular. So even if we were to climb the ladder again, I don't know that would put us back.
I agree. I don't think it's like a door. think it's more like a river.
That's concerning.
Yeah. As previously
Agatha,
stated.
could you see anything when that happened?
The feeling is still
The
there.
feeling, yeah.
Well, can you see anything different?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, me. Can I see anything different?
So you look around the piping that's given off the glow. One thing you do notice that you all sort of missed, and it wasn't because of a check, and it's not anything else, is when all the pipes were super loud, when you were going through the industrial area, everything was super loud. Like, it was loud and droning. Even though there's still pipes, along the wall and near you, the noise is still there, but now it's like muffled. It's like a muffled...
Like how the sounds get muffled when we were in rooms that changed our locations and stuff.
Yeah, there's this... It's so the sound isn't carrying the same way.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Has the type of piping changed? Like, how piping back in 1923 looks a certain way and piping in 2025 looks different.
So it's the first time this is, I believe, really came up, other than just a check to see how everything would work. It's hard to tell.
Oh, okay.
About the material components of it. You know what I mean? Like, it all just looks similar. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Could I have Marion to roll me a mechanical check?
Yeah.
Actually, that would make a lot of sense.
That is a 51 out of 63.
Yeah, it does seem like the piping is of varying, even like section to section, even where it isn't connected, like even in a straight piece of pipe. Some seems to be an older style of pipe, some seems to be material you're not even really sure of.
And is this kind of in an Escher-like way where...
Yes, it's still like an Escher-like way around, like as far as you can see around the chasm.
So it's like new stuff connecting to old stuff, connecting to unknown
even
stuff.
in the same stretch of pipe, the straight solid piece, it seems to be a little bit all over the map.
We haven't reached the bottom of anything.
Oh,
we're
God,
just on a on a larger platform.
Yeah, you're on the
Partway
platforms
down.
are fairly large.
Yeah.
Right?
We're just on one of the platforms.
You're just on one of the platforms. As this is happening, like, you are still going, well, this is the one where Agatha fell, so you're on this platform right now when this happens.
Yeah.
And you get that feeling, like, and it hasn't dissipated. It's almost like something's about to happen. You can feel it. You got that. It's almost like anxiety, that knot in your stomach. It's
Right.
All right.
has anyone been outdoors and they were almost hit by a bolt of lightning? Has anyone almost been hit by lightning?
No.
So I have. So you get this feeling.
Of course you have.
So I don't know how close. It was close enough.
It's an electric.
I mean,
it feels like an
close enough.
Like a
It's-
static charge.
Yeah, so basically your hair starts standing up on end immediately, and my immediate reaction was like, huh!
Yeah.
And then white, because it was only like 50 feet away, 60 feet away. It was on site.
So would this prompt us then to quickly go down the ladders?
It's completely up to you what you want to do. I'm not going to do
You know what? I'm sick of being on ladders
we
at this
fuck
point.
outta here,
I
yeah.
just want to go down to the bottom.
Okay,
If there is a bottom.
So-
I assume there is.
Continue to be careful. We already had one near miss.
Yeah, that's true. My dex isn't good enough to not be.
Amos, so you're first.
Yeah.
And you start going down the ladder. And then a familiar feeling hits as what has been waiting to happen happens. Similar to when you were on the stairs going down in the Silver Twilight Lodge.
Yeah.
As you're going down, all of a sudden, without reason, it feels like you're going up.
Yeah. Okay.
That's disorienting.
Do I, now that I'm going up, is anyone above me?
So as you're going up, as you look back, it is so fucking disorienting because you seem to be going up, right? Mentally, physically, how you're doing things. You seem to be going up. And then, but you're seeing a platform up there with nobody on it. But as you look back, like, trying to look at Lot's wife, as you look back where you'd expect them, you see them on the platform waiting for you to finish going down. But you're going up to a different platform. Spatially, it's fucked. And at this point, I need you to make me a sanity roll.
Yes.
No, like because your
Yes,
brain,
yes,
yes, Orion.
your
It's
body
like-
is feeling something.
It's like being on a bus or a train and the one next to you starts moving, but it feels like you're the one who's moving.
52 out of 53.
Yes.
Fall off today, motherfucker!
Don't spike it.
You can't! 32-bit flip, motherfucker.
That's what we are. Who are you?
Oh, God.
No, we're just having a bit too much fun.
Yes.
As you realize, you shoot back, and it's like, I'm just gonna focus on code wherever this.
I'm like, all right, down the next ladder.
It's just,
Yeah.
you're just on the ladder facing down and crawling down the ladder now, which gives this, I don't know.
But from your perspective, everyone else's perspective,
Yeah.
it looks like he's just going
Down the ladder.
I'm gonna say this like a mantra to myself, but so that everyone can hear. Deep breaths. Just.
That's what you hear before Amos just blinks out of existence.
I'm waiting for you to say that.
And that's where we're gonna
Yeah, I
end this
knew.
episode.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to The Call. Our next episode will be Tuesday, June 24th, with our sci-fi podcast Spacers' next episode on Tuesday, June 17th. As usual, we'll thank all of our donators over on Ko-fi, including Noah, Ed Lower, Rosa, Tyler, The Ouija, James, Matt Calgill, Blizzard Warning, Sydney, Baba Yaga, Preston, TJ, Alec, No Demons Allowed, Autumn, Roland Arts, Chris H., and Shawdell. Your players for tonight were Elizabeth Wells, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, and Zach Barrett. Your GM, or keeper, was Derek Snow. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.